Yes, good morning folks, welcome. It is Tuesday the 22nd of November 2016. We are bright and early this morning once again. 6:10 this morning it is, slightly later than yesterday, and we are starting you off on Tuesday's M9 Diaries. So yes folks, this of course is the daily vlog. Bi-daily even, sometimes twice. So yesterday there will be two up from yesterday. Got a small problem with the power supply on my editing machine just now, so I'll need to keep an eye on that, otherwise I'm not going to get any videos uploaded. So I don't think you can run it from battery all the time. As it is, I'll be giving you the usual, as I say, twice a day. Might not be uploaded the same day, but you will be getting episodes from each day or two uploaded to YouTube. So hope you're all enjoying it, and as I say, hope you're all sharing it around. My name's Ian. As I say, I give you the run through from Glasgow to Edinburgh and back every weekday, just to keep you guys up to date on the weather and the traffic as well. Before I go anywhere, I'm just going to quickly check my tyre. Feels like I've got a soft tyre, but I just want to double check before I start going too far this morning. So nope, nothing wrong with it this morning, just feeling a wee bit soft. I think it's actually the opposite. I think it's probably too hard. I did pump it up a wee bit further last week because it was going down occasionally, so it hasn't actually deflated itself since I had the puncture 2 weeks ago. So touch wood, that's not too bad. So this morning we've got a wee bit of rain, so I'll just be keeping an eye on the roads, making sure there's not too much water sitting. Having a quick look for power supplies for my laptop. It's 90 watts, so the charger for the laptop I use for editing is higher output than most of them. It's one of the larger HP ProBook laptops, so just have to grab one of them just now, and hopefully that'll be delivered reasonably quick. Delivery is next week, so but to be honest, the laptop charger has done quite well. Haven't really had many problems with it, so I can't complain about spending £10 on a new charger. I always go for genuine HP parts, because I find the ones from China tend to go on fire or blow up, more to the point. I have had customers that has happened to with Acer and the likes. So not terribly healthy, and always better to just stick with the originals. At least then you've got a genuine part which you know. Heading in this morning, probably start building the blades I've got in the office, so want to get that done at the start of the week, and then hopefully the enclosure will arrive towards the end of the week and I'll get that into a rack and get it installed. That was of course a rack, not Iraq. Yep, we don't take things into the Middle East. So just stuck behind a lorry this morning, concrete products, so hopefully that will not hold me back too long. Just about to start the main part of the journey. This of course is the M9 Diaries. It's Tuesday, it's not quite the middle of the week, but thankfully we're past Monday. Never a great day is a Monday. No one wants to go in after the weekend, so I'm sure you all feel the same. Oh, it looks like I'm sitting in front of, behind even, a whole load of curbs for roads. The lorry's having a nice lean to the side. I think I'd fancy driving that one. And it looks like it's coming the same road as myself. So coming on to the M80, as I say, concrete lorry is still in front of me, so I'll be getting past that in just a second. Oh, excuse me, hopefully this morning I'll get into the office, get a wee bit of breakfast, and get started. It is reasonably busy this morning though. It's a bit different from yesterday. Yesterday was dead quiet compared to this. We're only 10 minutes later than yesterday and the traffic is pretty busy. Yesterday of course we had the fog. Today it's the opposite, it's quite wet even. So just shows you how one day can make a big difference. It's also not quite as cold this morning, otherwise it would be quite icy. So the house was cold, but thankfully the outside it's not so bad. On the case of fuel, I've got reasonable amounts this week. Probably have to put some in on Wednesday morning, I think. Yep, so the traffic seems to just have been a sort of onslaught of lorries. They just passed them and now travelling at a more reasonable sort of motorway speed. Just a wee ping there warning me that the temperature is at -4. It's not actually -4, it's actually 4 degrees, but still reasonably cold. It doesn't really worry me too much. The roads are quite wet, so as I say, there's no risk of it being icy. So I'll just keep a fairly steady 70 miles an hour on the road. We'll be doing the usual car spotting the way over. The last couple of days, obviously yesterday was foggy, didn't get a chance to see many, and the way home, well, just wasn't that great either. So keep you informed, keep you up to date if I find any Nice cars on the road and the traffic in. Nice wee crane there on the way past. You do find in these roads you get a lot of people, a lot of companies, sorry, travelling with the cranes early morning. Obviously it helps their helps the traffic because it's quiet, but it can mean you can be stuck behind them, which is definitely never good. There you go, according to the time I'm probably about 10 minutes behind yesterday. Hopefully I'll make up some of that time on the way over. But 7:10 will still get me into the office reasonably early. That should be fine. So no breakfast this morning, we didn't have any Red Bull, which is good. And didn't bring any chocolate with me, not really wasn't really a common thing. So yeah, I'll be grabbing some peanut butter and toast when I get over. Become a big favourite myself, my peanut butter in the mornings. So I'm just hoping that they've actually bought some in today to the office. I do have some in my bag though, which I can probably use if I'm really stuck. So. Not entirely sure what that would be. I'm guessing it's probably trees, but probably Christmas trees actually, you get quite a lot this time of year. As usual, we've got nothing on the inside and I'm stuck behind somebody on the outside. I don't like pulling out, but I think I might have to in a second. The traffic itself isn't quite nose to tail, not busy enough to mark it as a traffic jam this morning, but certainly busy enough that I'm sitting in the wrong lane. I mean, folk that are sitting at this speed should probably be sitting in the outside lane. Yep, there is somebody who's decided to try and push up the lanes. Was a thought of mine, but as I say, it is against the law, so I don't like doing that too much. Plus usually you do end up getting stuck in that lane and then it sort of defeats the purpose of trying to miss the traffic. In front of me just let me pass, it's always good. I think he's probably pulling off at this next junction, and I'll just slip up a wee bit further forwards, up behind this nice Mercedes. First car spot of the morning. It's a reasonably nice looking Merc 65 plate, so not brand new. Actually 64, sorry, the rain on the windscreen. It's blurring it slightly. So yeah, not a huge fan of Mercedes, but they are quite nice. They do have some reasonably good models. Inns, Cumbernauld, that's sort of past that bit. Traffic is still pretty free flowing. So, test your eyesight, yep. Had that done last week. Good to know my eyes are in good condition. Just slightly tired occasionally. But supposedly you can... Excuse me. It is the morning, not the afternoon, I'm tired already. Yeah, so supposedly if your eyes are tired it's not too bad and you just keep working on hard and you can't damage your eyes, so my optician says. Still not 100% convinced on that one. I think I'd probably end up damaging my eyes if I was too tired. Actually, I don't think it's a case of damaging your eyes, I think it's a case of more causing accidents if you're too tired. In the car, that is definitely a thing to keep an eye out for. You don't want to be on the roads if your eyes are tired or if you're sleepy. Coming up now to the junction of the M876. As you'll know from previous episodes if you've watched them, just the road up past Larper, Falkirk, and then takes you up onto the M9. So that'll be me heading up that way, and that'll be hopefully reasonably quiet this morning. The traffic, by the looks of it, is quite tight on this road. Then again, you do tend to find that quite a lot. Just going to have a quick pull in here, get me onto the on-ramp for the M876. Now it should come in slightly earlier this morning, not running at the last minute. It can be quite close and cause accidents, so I'm going to pull out here, just a wee indication. Nobody of course in front of me is going to indicate. If you wonder why folk cause accidents, that is why. Always use your indicators if you're changing lanes. As I say, some people don't bother with that and end up just pulling in front of people. Bus there in front of me. But at least that is today. It'll be quite a good day. I've got my boss up, so go on this afternoon, crack on with getting the servers built, I think. Then it means for the rest of the day we just get on with our normal work. And plug in my front facing camera. I forgot to do that this morning. That's about 20 minutes into today's vlog. As I was talking about yesterday, if you remember, I've been thinking about cutting the vlogs down, but it doesn't really make for real life, real time driving experience. So what I'll do is just now I'll leave you to the full sort of 50-minute episodes and let you decide whether or not I should cut it down. I am always reading the comments. Make sure you leave a comment, smash the thumbs up button, and it means I'll then know what you think. Whether I should cut them down, leave them as an hour, or otherwise vlogs, so I'll be up with them hopefully soon. I'm going to get my play button from YouTube. That'd be good. To get a couple of million views, a couple of million followers even. So make sure, as I say, you like the blog for me. Like the blog, keep sharing it, and I'll keep producing them. I'm just going to swap over onto the next part of the episode. We are just about to hit the M9 and you are watching the M9 Diaries. There we go, so yep, onto the M9. That'll be hopefully a reasonably quick journey this morning. We're just going to hit traffic as normal, coming through Grangemouth. Seems to happen every day, but I'd say I'm about 10 minutes later than yesterday, so that 10 minutes can make a big difference in traffic. I've managed to take an hour off my time, but I'm still sitting about almost 7:10 this morning to reach the office, so traffic itself at least is still moving. There's no bad traffic jams, nothing to worry about this morning apart from the water. Myself tonight as well. I've got to go and pick up one of the Christmas presents I've bought for Diane, my partner. She's I won't tell you what it is, just in case she happens to watch my vlog. But yeah, I need to nip in and pick it up later on after I finish. So meant to do it last night and drove past and totally forgot. Never good. area. I had a bit of a weirdo last night on my one of my BlackBerry Facebook pages. Decided to start and try and abuse the page. Really strange people sometimes. Seemed to be Indian. Don't think the guy knew what he was doing. He seems to have a major chip on his shoulder about something, but you know what? I really don't care. Some people are just not worth bothering about. So hopefully that'll be the last I'll hear of him. But yeah, some real idiots. I think people just think they can abuse pages and people and get away with it. Pretty much just the fact that people have got major problems, I think. Sometimes you just have to ignore people and live life normally. There we go. So first sort of idiot in the morning decided to pull in when there was no space there. It might be a small car, but you know what? You really shouldn't be pulling into spaces when there's not enough room for you. Hopefully they'll move across again and I'll get back up to normal speed. This bit of traffic is sitting about 60, so below the speed limit for the road, but still fast enough that it'll get me in to work at the same time. So you don't really have to sit with your foot on the floor, thankfully, on the motorway, especially not in rush hour. It doesn't really make all that much difference. So I'll just be sitting at a reasonable cruising speed and get in there in time safely. One thing I've discovered as well on doing long journeys in the day, you find that using cruise control on the car just isn't economical at all. It just uses more fuel than you would if you're actually just manually controlling the speed. So I've gone to not using cruise control now. I do find it reasonably good, and as I say, the economy of my car has certainly improved by doing that. So just a wee tip there for anybody who thinks cruise control saves them fuel. It does, however, save your licence if you're in a speed camera area. I do find that just sitting on the speed limit makes a bit of a difference. Definitely stops you putting your foot down, which makes a big difference. It's a safety thing for yourself, I mean. There we go, so that's that wee car now pulled in. He's over back into the slow lane as he should be, and I'm just going to move up again to the traffic. The speed hasn't really increased any for the queue in front of me. As I say, further up I'll be moving in, probably myself, to the inside lane. I'm thinking this gentleman, yeah, he's just done it because there is very little traffic on the inside, and if it stays this way then it probably is the best way to go. Yeah, my car will be in for a service probably after the new year. Gets time to do another fuel filter. I haven't done it since I bought the car, which is almost a year and a half ago. So did the, obviously the oil gets done every 10,000 miles. Seems like nothing, but I think it makes a big difference. Really to make sure it's done. The engine has definitely been smoother, I think, keeping the oil replaced. Also just make sure you don't get any sort of detonation. With these engines, they are, as I say, diesel, so they're quite bulletproof, but if you're using cheap fuel, as I tend to do quite a lot, you don't really want it to get messy and to end up with the engine broken. So that's sitting next to a reasonably big concrete pumping lorry there. It's sitting above 60 miles an hour, which I think is quite scary for a vehicle of that size. But then again, as I say, it's better than the queue I'm in just now, where the traffic is speed, so up and down in speeds. So see all the brake lights in front of me going on, so that's obviously it's starting to slow down a wee bit. Just mark it a wee bit of a moderate speed. Oh, there we go. Oops. Watching the car behind me as well, just make sure he's got his brakes on. There we go, just move out. Cars and the vans in that queue have decided to all slam their brakes on, so it's time to just move out a wee bit and travel further on. So you sometimes find that the people sitting in the outside lane are really just sitting slower than they should be, so it doesn't always make for good traffic flow. I prefer to actually sit in a lane where there's no traffic. And even if you're sitting at the speed limit or below the speed limit, you still makes a big difference. This is just passing Linlithgow. The route to work doesn't vary a huge amount, wee bits here and there. As I say, in the evening episodes, I've been varying the finishing point because I've been going and fixing people's machines for Christmas, and also like installing them. So last night was a wee girl's laptop as a Christmas present, so hopefully that'll go okay. Got it packaged up for her, and I'll be interested to know if there's any problems. There shouldn't be, but you just never know with Windows. Really nice looking HP laptop actually that I installed. It's always good to see what people buy for their kids for Christmas. Especially handy for school and things like that, so it's better than buying a tablet for them. I suppose the laptop gives them the freedom to do some documents, get them printed out. One problem I did find actually, which is an inherent issue with Windows 10, is that while I was installing it, it decided to install one of the other printers in the house, which isn't that good when I'm trying to install a brand new printer. So yeah, the fact it picks up drivers from everything round about can sort of hinder you, stop you from doing things quickly. Thankfully I managed to get around that, get it installed and make sure that it was working okay. That's us about 3/4 of the way over. We are just coming up to the off-ramp that goes over to the Forth Road Bridge, which is sort of round the outskirts of Edinburgh. It's currently 6:45 in the morning. A bit of a wet Tuesday morning, I should say Wednesday. Wet Tuesday morning, and another 15 minutes or so and I will be in work, thankfully. So that's the off-ramp I was talking about. Usually it's quite busy here, but thankfully again it is just moving along nice and smooth. So it means that the speed is staying pretty steady, static, and that'll take me over in good time to Edinburgh. I do find a lot of people go off here to the bridge, so that hopefully means that the inside lane will get a wee bit quieter. No need to move in just now though, I'm just sitting in the outside lane. The traffic hasn't really slowed down at all, so sometimes it can be quicker to move out and then just gradually work your way up the traffic. But there is a lorry sitting in that lane, so I'm not really wanting to do that and risk getting stuck. So hopefully today I'll be just as busy as yesterday. It was quite a good day and kept me busy. You can never quite have a working day when it's quiet. It can make for it to be quite boring actually at times. I'm talking about boring. I'm sitting here talking to you guys. It's almost an hour in, and I'm sure that the diaries can be a bit more interesting. So make sure, as I say, I'm looking for ideas for anyone. Please make sure you share any ideas for me in the comments. Share the video, get it out there. I want to get, by New Year, I'm hoping to get maybe another 100 or so followers, or if I can make it go viral, maybe a few more than that, that'd be great. It's good making it these for you guys, because then you get to see what goes on a trip to Glasgow, from Glasgow to Edinburgh, and obviously back to Glasgow. I know it can be a bit boring sometimes, but this is the morning commute to work, so it's always good to share with folk. keeps me interested and keeps me busy. I also need to remember this morning to get the camera batteries charged, as I think the batteries will be pretty much dead after the last couple of days. It's been quite cold as well, and I left the camera in the car overnight, so that will probably need them charged. I also got a wee parcel arrived yesterday. I've not been down to pick it up, but hopefully that'll be the stand for the camera. So maybe tomorrow's diaries will be at a reasonable angle. I'll get you attached to either the windscreen or the side window of the car, and that will make a big difference for the recordings. I'm always quite always thinking about the fact that the camera is sitting, it's loose and it can move about. Usually only when I'm going round roundabouts or sharp corners, but I'm sure you don't want to see the side of the car, which does happen occasionally. Try and talk as much as possible, but sometimes there can be little to talk about on the roads. As it comes to the car spotting part of the video blog, the cars have been few and far between. I think I've passed 2 cars worth talking about. I mentioned one, the other one was a wee Mini Cooper 57 plate, sort of the mini version of Bert's, which was our 57 plate Mini Cooper. So that was a Cooper S I passed. The Cooper was nice, reasonable power, but slightly unreliable when it came to the engine. Now this morning the traffic coming off here at Newbridge is a wee bit busier. I am now onto the off ramp, thankfully. Speed limit showing 40, but no one here is sitting at 40, so it will slow down in a second once I get onto the main bit of the off ramp. There's another Cooper S. It seems to be Cooper S morning today. That time a wee black one. The first one was sort of the cream coloured one, the pepper white, which is what our Mini Roadster is. In case you don't know, Diane has a Mini Roadster. I've got obviously my Seat Leon diesel. The Mini is really nice to drive, but still quite a small car. Great on fuel actually, it's quite reasonable fuel economy. There we go, coming off here. The rain has stopped a wee bit, which is good. But the traffic has slowed, so you'll get to hear me a wee bit better just now while I'm crawling in the traffic. Still not managed to come over and have a look at the cars over here. At some point I'll maybe do that one day next week, because obviously they've got my boss John here this week, so I'll pop over and have a look at the BMWs probably next week and see what else is in the garages. Just time to pop the air conditioner on for a couple of minutes just to clear the windscreen, and also to heat up the car. It's quite chilly this morning, still showing 4 degrees, which to be honest is chilly. There, the couple of garages I can see from here. A wee bit of Mercedes, there's Pentland Land Rover, I know there's also a Nissan, or Nissan if you're in America. I could probably pop in there, see if they've got any Skyline R35s in. Not a car you see very often, so it'll be interesting to see if they keep them in stock or if they actually order them in. But this being quite a busy area, you probably find that they do hold them in stock, I think. There you go, so that's a AMG Mercedes dealership, so worth going in there. Interestingly, a Mazda dealership beside it, so I'll be avoiding that like the plague. Mazda's not exactly the make I would be going to have a look for, so just going to pop myself into the non-traffic light lane just now. So yeah, we're coming up onto the airport again in Edinburgh. I say this every morning, it's quite a busy road here. So we'll be popping along there. Estimated time of arrival still 7 minutes past 7. It takes me in just almost an hour early again today. Finding just now my nose is a wee bit blocked, something I need to keep an eye on. There we go, so coming round. This will take me on the road slightly quicker than going round at the traffic lights. As I say, the traffic lights themselves can be okay, but on occasions you do find that you get stuck. Same here though, you do get people, this being a giveaway junction, when you're pulling out you can find occasionally that people have crashes. Sometimes people come out in the wrong lane and you end up with people not giving way, and it does not help occasionally. So there we go, onto the dual carriageway, and another 5 or 10 minutes or so and that'll be me in the office. This is Rathel, quite a few wee houses along here. It's a strange wee village and I don't think I fancy staying here. It's on a main road, quite busy for traffic. Although you do have the Ingleton Showground, which is like the bit where they have a lot of shows. You have the circus, you have motor shows, car shows and things like that over here. And then the airport is right next to it, so I suppose in some ways you have the benefits of being here and in others you don't. If you wanted to go to Glasgow from here, you would have to head all the way up to the airport and then double back on yourself, so that's probably not the best thing in the world. There's quite a big central reservation here, and there's sort of no way to get through it without actually heading up to the airport off ramp and then coming back down. So I don't think I'd fancy that. There you go, another mile or so, that'll be the Goga roundabout. You also get the one of the main tram stops up here. Edinburgh of course has got the new trams in. They've been in for just about a year or so. Makes a big difference in travel, and they are quite fast if you're travelling into Edinburgh city centre. displays on the backs of them to display the bus number and obviously whether it's an express bus or not. So, interesting look. And that's actually the airport bus, it turns out. So, oh, it's just decided to pull in, which is handy because I wanted to pull in front of it. So, I'll be moving across here to go off at the roundabout. And then that'll take me up onto the Gyle. Joe can show you the Gyle. As I say, it takes you right along. Oh, hitting the pothole, which I didn't really want to hit. But yeah, it takes you right along the front of the Gyle shopping centre, and of course on the other side of the road is the business district, which is South Gyle Crescent. That is where my work is, the far end. Oh, you're deciding to move a wee bit. This is where my nice new camera. Goodness me, so that's 2 days in a row. I've been on 3 parts for the camera film. I think I sobbed over the first one slightly too early. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just heading into the office. I'll be grabbing a bite to eat and some coffee this morning, and then sitting down, finding out what's going on. I'm arriving 2 minutes before my original ETA, so I've made good time today. Plenty of fuel left for today and probably tomorrow, which is good. And that probably means I won't have to put fuel in until the way home tomorrow. So that'll be quite a good one. Not sure what time my boss will be in this morning. He is staying in the centre of Edinburgh, so slightly different hotel today. And then he'll tram it up to the office. So there we go. 7 o'clock. It's still very dark this morning, but hopefully you've enjoyed the diary episode for today. Somebody just wanted a wee bit of want to get run down. He's got a interesting scooter bike. Don't know where folk get these ideas from. A lot quieter this morning, only 4 cars this morning. It's a bit different. Yesterday, of course, we had a lot of cars in when I arrived, so the lack of cars means it's Tuesday. Folk obviously aren't wanting to come in quite as early, so that is me for this episode. I will see you this afternoon. Hopefully I might even get some light to give you the video, and thanks very much for watching. Please like and share the video, and I'll be speaking to you later on. Thanks very much folks, cheerio.